What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to take the chance while I have plenty of time today from work and stuff, just make a video ahead of time. So if you guys watched my previous videos, I've already released 2 videos today, but this video is going to come tomorrow. But I just wanted to take you guys through a tour and show you guys what the fish room looks like, and just kind of talk you guys through everything that I use and that I need and have to have in order to make my fish room function. So I hope you guys enjoy it and stay tuned. All right, so straight off the bat, you see, I like to think of it as the perfect amount of, I don't know, organized chaos, I guess. So you walk in, we got the 55-gallon adult tank here. Don't mind Pumpkin, I don't know why she's just floating right there. And then we got the 75-gallon Ranchu tank over here with my beautiful live plants in it. Everybody loves to complain my lack of decor, but there you go. Have some plants in there. Don't mind the towel, I just got done feeding them some brine shrimp. Then over here you move on to my 15-gallon holding tub. So this is essentially just for any age water or anything like that. Currently I actually only use this tub for the 20-gallon, which is holding my baby hybrids. So this is the hybrid babies of my Aranda Pumpkin and Blackmore Midnight. It's funny because Midnight's my Blackmore, it's funny that his name is Midnight because when I was a kid, I actually had an African cichlid named Midnight who killed all my other cichlids, and then Midnight himself is also, I wouldn't say aggressive, he's just very much a male, if that makes sense. He's very up on Pumpkin a lot, so it's crazy that both of them's names were Midnight, and they both tend to be pretty active. So these guys, they're getting close to 2 months old. I haven't had as much growth as I would like to out of them. I was hoping around the 2-month mark I'd be ready to sell them, but as you can see, they're really not anywhere close to being able to sell yet. So I've been upping my feeding, and I'm just gonna do some more water change, like maybe every other day, maybe every day, because you can see there's a ton of food in there. So my main goal is to make sure there's food in there at all times for these guys, to try and just get them to eat as much as possible, or constantly eat, keep the temperatures very high, and then just do high volume water changes and do a lot of water changes. So next up we have the 30-gallon. So this was my OG tank actually. It had Hershey and OJ in it. RIP to both of them. And I just have it up and running because it's gonna be for whatever I do end up keeping. I would like to sell some babies, some more are gonna get cold, and then I would like to at least keep one, just because it's my first batch I've ever bred. So hopefully one of this group of babies is gonna be like the milestone for Golden Boy Aquatics, and hopefully I get to continue to grow and I get to actually pursue breeding and people buy the fish and I'm able to sell it, and get in with some local fish stores in order to keep this dream alive and keep growing and getting bigger. So also this might end up turning into like a quarantine tank, especially if I buy like an adult. I don't want to throw them in a 10-gallon, so might turn into an adult quarantine tank, and then that way I can keep them in there for like 1 to 2 weeks and just monitor them very closely. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find them, but I noticed there was a baby that is in the adult tank. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. It's gonna be hard to look for him. Let's see if we can find him up top here. But I noticed him swimming around. He's way down there in the bottom. You can see him if you look hard enough. He's right in the middle of the camera, swimming around down there. Bro, just down there surviving, just hanging on for dear life. I'm surprised he hasn't been eaten yet, man. It's honestly kind of surprising he's still going. I've noticed him a couple days ago, but let's get into kind of what makes my fish room run exactly. So obviously, as you guys can see, all these cords, everything plugged in. Gotta have plenty of extension cords and rooms to plug in. Right here, this is my little office, so anything I have to do for my actual job, and work and stuff gets done in here. And then I've spent way too much money and had way too many bad financial decisions as far as the fish room goes, starting off of that computer. I love to look at fish, and looking at fish turns into buying fish. So then we're gonna get in over here real quick. So these 2 5-gallon buckets, mainly use them for water changes a lot, or to hold the fish, or before I had the babies, I used them to help me travel with the fish, because I tend to move around quite a bit. And then in here, in this bucket, I just keep all of my accessories. So I have a net, I have 2 battery operated air pumps, I have a siphon, I have a scrubber, and then I just have some extra air hose, some clamps, things like that. Then I have my hose that goes with my water pump, which my water pump is over here. I have Epsom salt, which I use for speck, and unfortunately he was already too far gone to really make a difference. Over here, I have water testing kit. That's gonna be 100% a need. Then some different measuring tools, a screwdriver, just some different tools. Thermometer, methylene blue, highly recommend. Spirulina powder, or no, pure moringa powder. I was looking for spirulina powder and they didn't have it, so I got that. But the fish didn't need it, so. The babies. And plant weights right there. And then down here we got our Seachem Prime, our Seachem Acid Buffer, which both of those are great. We got some aquarium salt, and then we got some glass cleaner and Ick Remedy that I've used literally one time. So last but not least of what is essential to this fish room, we have goldfish pellets, which I do think I'm going to transition to Luke's pellets, his Goldie's Bites, I think is what he calls them. I'm going to try them out and see if I can get some faster growth rate out of my Ranchus. And then of course we have the Seachem Flourish, which is also kind of probably honestly what's holding the plants down. It's probably what's keeping them alive, because I really don't put much effort into the plants. And then of course in the freezer, I'm not going to go in there and show you guys, but I have some frozen bloodworms and some frozen brine shrimp that I throw in these guys' diets. But yeah, so things to come. I'll try to make this video not too long, but some things to come is going to be hopefully in November, getting a new addition, a new male Oranda for the adult tank. I would absolutely love to get a pearl scale. I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince myself to not go ahead and get one, but I'm going to try to hold off because there's going to be a big move coming here in about a year. But yeah, so I kind of want to stay relatively small for now until I can get somewhere and get settled. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince myself to do it, so we'll see. But I do think I'm going to be getting another 55 at some point here in the next year, and that would unfortunately would allow me to get more fish, which I don't really need right now. But like I said, I would love to get another Ranchu because one of the, if either Ace right there or Kobe in the back there, or sorry, Ace is right there and that's Kobe. If either one of them turn out to be like they get really big to the size that I would like them to, then I would like to breed one of them, because they both have decent genetics, and I think the genetics can be fixed with the breeding. So I would like to buy a separate adult and breed one of those. I don't know their sexes yet, but end up breeding one of them with a very good quality Ranchu, and I think it would turn out fine. So stay tuned, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. I'm gonna try to get more consistent posting as much as possible, especially for these next 2 weeks, and then I won't be able to post for about 3 weeks, but I'll keep you guys updated as much as possible. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see, I guess, but Ace there is starting to develop a win, and Kobe's starting to get a win. So hopefully these guys can get some decent win genetics. I'm not looking for anything crazy, or it probably would have already developed by now, but just at least something at the very least. But these two are definitely my favorite, just because they're the best quality by far. And then I have our little delinquent here, Dopey, who's just, I don't know, he's just an abomination, honestly. But I still love him to death, nonetheless. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you are watching and you stayed to this point, please go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. and I'll keep you guys updated on things to come. Thank you guys so much for watching.